Hi, welcome to the New Testament in a year. It's day 12, September the 12th. We're looking at Matthew 10, verses 1 to 31. There's lots going on in this passage today. And the things I want to pull out of today is looking at Jesus. He calls, he sends, and he cares. He calls, he sends, and he cares. It starts off with him calling the 12, and you've got such a crazy bunch of 12 that he calls. There's fishermen in there. There's tax collectors, which were regarded as the worst of the worst. There's Simon the Zealot, who any of you that were around this summer, Andy reminds us, to the Jews he was a freedom fighter, to the Romans he was a terrorist, and then you've got Judas who betrays Jesus, and it even says that. And yet this is the group that he calls to him, and not only does he call them to him, and we read in the Gospels how he does life with them, and he shares his heart with them. He tells them secret things, things that he doesn't let the big crowds in on. He talks to them about the kingdom and all of that stuff. He not only does that with them, but in this passage we read that he doesn't just draw them to him in friendship and intimacy, but he sends them out. He gives them authority to go and do these things in his name. And as he sends them out, he's very honest with them about what life is going to look like. He's very honest with them about the trouble and the hardship that is going to come their way. And at the end of that, I love that it finishes today with just saying, but God knows and he loves you. And it's a great picture, all kind of tied up in one passage, of the God who calls us, the God who sends us, and the God who cares for us. We are, as God's people, we're a funny bunch. You only have to look around your church or your youth group to see that we're not all alike, and we've all got strengths, and boy have we all got weaknesses. And we're a funny old bunch. There often isn't much that unites us except that we are God's people, and he calls us. He calls us as a community. He calls us individually to him, to himself. He sees us and he calls us to him. But it doesn't just end there. We are a people that he sends. He sends us into the world. He sends us into our communities, into our families. He commissions us. He gives us authority to do the things that he did. But the truth is as well, the Bible, in the New Testament particularly, as we go on, here in the Gospels, later on in the letter as well, there's an honesty that comes from our God that says this is not always going to be easy. And you being sent in my name is not going to guarantee you good times all the time, and far from it. But nevertheless, this God who calls us, this God who sends us, is also the God who loves us, who sees us, who whispers secrets in our ears, secrets that we're to pass on, who whispers intimate things to us, who says, I know you, I see you, every hair on your head is numbered, I love you. And he is the God today who calls us, who sends us, who cares for us. Have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow. God bless.